Due to this, as I told you, I guess that I told you that I live near the hospital, the Solca Hospital. So,
I don't understand you, teacher.
can you hear me now? Is it better now? Can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so Juan Francisco, I told you that I live near the hospital of Solca here in Quito.
Okay.
So, in the past, I had no outage, no tenía apagones, no outage, no blackouts. Pero desde hoy from today, in my neighborhood too, I am going to have outages. For example, today, I had no electricity from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. It was for 7 hours. Okay, you got it?
Yes, teacher.
So,
Ah,
mhm.
¿cuántas horas son?
There are fourteen hours.
Ah, sí, hoy de mañana a la 1 de la mañana creo dijeron que cambiaron los cortes.
Exactly, okay. Así que ya no son 10, ahora son 14. They are 14 hours.
¿Y ahora cómo se manejará eso, teacher? Porque de ahí no va a estar bien complicado, pues 14 horas es más de la mitad del día.
Of course, it's gonna be terrible. La única salvación, the only salvation, sería que empiece a llover súper fuerte, pero justo en donde están las hidroeléctricas, ¿no?
Yo creo que se confunden con los lugares donde tienen que mandar a llover porque hoy llovió terrible en mi casa, pero horrible, horrible.
Claro, right. Lo ideal sería que llueva donde están las hidroeléctricas, por ejemplo, en Cuenca o near en la Amazonía, ¿no? Near the Amazon region.
Yes, teacher, and I hear to one of, ¿cómo es? Que una de ya iba a dejar de estar en funcionamiento hasta que se vuelva a llenar más o menos.
One of the power plants.
Yes, teacher.
Oh, yes. Bueno, pues, como siempre, as I always tell you, please, Juan Francisco, don't lose your motivation, okay? Don't lose the motivation. Es difícil, it's difficult, I know, pero tratemos, let's try to go out until the end, hasta el final, okay? Yes, yes.
Yes, teacher.
Perfect. So, do you remember Juan Francisco on Monday we started learning about the models of deduction. Do you remember?
Yes, teacher.
So, tell me, what do you remember, Juan Francisco? What models do you remember?
Um, can, could, must, um, mm, I don't remember more, teacher. These are
Okay,
principles.
excellent. Must is the main, okay?
Yes.
Remember, what is the use of must when we have 100% of certainty? Certainty.
Yes, teacher.
For example, Juan Francisco is 14 years old. Mhm. He
Yes, teacher.
must be at 10th grade or maybe first of baccalaureate. What is your grade?
In what, teacher?
Yeah, Juan Francisco is 14 years old. He must be in 10th, in décimo, in 10th. What is your class?
I don't know.
10th. ¿Estás en décimo o estás en primero? First of baccalaureate.
En intent, teacher, yes. Me
10th.
había olvidado cómo se decía.
All right, in 10th. In 10th grade, no in décimo grado, in 10th grade, I believe is in 10th class, in décimo, no in 10th.
Yes, teacher.
Excellent, yes. Y los otros, the others, you remember, Juan Francisco, they are. may, might, or could. May, might, or could. This is when we don't have that much certainty. In this case, Juan Francisco, it could be like a 50% of certainty. Okay? Can you give me an example, please, Juan Francisco, of a deduction using may, might, or could?
Mind or could. I could.
Mhm.
I could. Samuel.
Samuel.
Samuel. Teacher, what the time expression to use the could? The present, past, or future?
I could. Okay. Yeah, so what do you try to say? I could, Samuel. Samuel podía, o Samuel puede que, Samuel could.
Play football in the, ¿cómo se dice? Independiente del Valle.
Ok, Samuel, excellent. Vamos a ver, yes, Samuel, remember. Estamos haciendo la deduction sobre Samuel, así que sería con Samuel primero, ¿no?
Yes,
Samuel could play in IDV, Independiente del Valle. Samuel puede que o podría jugar en Independiente del Valle. Pero ¿y por qué? ¿Por qué haces esa deduction, Juan Francisco? Why?
porque él es bastante bueno jugando fútbol.
Excellent. So, for example, Samuel is a good player, is a good soccer player.
Okay.
Samuel could play in IDV. Okay?
Okay.
Super. There you go. Una certainty del 50% of certainty. Then, Juan Francisco, we have the next one that is can't. What is can't?
Can't, no puede.
Excellent, right? Cuando sabemos que algo es imposible, impossible, o es irreal, or unreal.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, ¿cómo sería? How would it be in that case?
Martin can't. Martin can't. Teacher, podría decir así. Martin is 11 years old. He can't flying an airplane.
Excellent, right? Martin is 11 years old. He can't fly a plane, right?
Yes, teacher.
Excellent, right? Estamos con la certeza de que esto no podría pasar. It's impossible. Yeah?
Yes, teacher.
Perfect. So let's get ready because we are going to do a short activity that is going to be related to this, okay? To deductions. Yes, qué triste, so sad. We don't have more classmates, but anyway, we are going to try it, okay? ¿Estás listo? Are you ready? Let's get ready because we are going to practice with this short game. Give me a second. And here we go. What you have to do, remember, it is really, really important to read the evidence that you see. And according to what you read, you have to choose. You have to choose the correct answer. Okay, yes?
Yes, teacher.
Perfect. So let's get ready to start. Yeah, okay, we're gonna try to do the highest tower, so give me a second. I'm gonna put it for 7 minutes. Okay, please, Juan Francisco, open the link, and so we can start.
Okay, teacher.
Excellent. So Juan Francisco, you are a brain. Perfect. So here we go. Are you ready, Juan Francisco? Remember, read carefully and according to what you see, you need to make the deduction. Okay? Perfect.
Sure.
Comenzamos. Let's start it, okay?
¿De qué tienen sucios los zapatos?
So tell me, Juan Francisco, was it easy, difficult? What do you think about this?
Um, en, en algunos como, o sea, estuvieron confusos, pero ya luego le comprendí y ya pude ser más relajado.
Okay, so maybe you had a problem with the vocabulary or with the deduction. What is it?
I don't remember what is shoes and what is the use of shoes. And for this reason, I confuse.
Should. Okay, let me put it over here now. Okay, should like recommendation. Como la recommendation you should. There. ¿Cuál? That must be very interesting. We may. It can be a burglar. It could. Excellent. She must be at work. She could be. She must love her cat. Okay, for example, this one, yeah, 2 plus 2 is 5. That can't be right. Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Because they must be in love. Okay. Believe you got it. They may, she must. Let's see it over here. Okay, Shayla got a 10. She must have spent a lot of time in the sun lately. Shayla got a 10. She must have spent a lot of time in the sun lately. Yeah, got a 10. Aquí ya lo estamos afirmando, ¿no? Shayla got a tan. Shayla se bronceó. Shayla got a tan. Por lo tanto, ¿qué es la certeza? What is the certainty, Juan Francisco?
Must have
Excellent, right? Sí, porque aquí ya lo tenemos. We already got it, okay? Ya tenemos la certeza de lo que pasó. She got a tan. She must have spent a lot of time in the sun lately.
Mm,
Okay, I
okay,
shouldn't. Here, no, aquí era. This is the question. Yeah,
yes, teacher.
shouldn't. De acuerdo, do you remember what is the meaning of should? Should.
Should, should. Um, I don't know, teach. I don't remember.
Okay, should is not like a deduction, it's more like a recommendation, like a suggestion. Okay? So I shouldn't have said that. Es como yo no debí haber dicho eso. I shouldn't have said that. It really hurt her feelings. Ok, cuando veamos el should, well, shouldn't remember es un consejo, un advice o una recommendation. Advice or recommendation, ok? Should or shouldn't.
Okay, teach.
¿Estamos?
Yes.
Perfect. Listo. Ahora sí, Juan Francisco, let me stop there with this. And let's get ready to continue to the next part, okay? Tell me, before we start with the reading activity, I need you to please tell me, Juan Francisco, when was the last time that you traveled to another city? When was the last time that you traveled to another city?
Um, um, in 4 months, teacher.
4 months, during the holiday, during the vacations.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, and tell me where? Where did you go? What city?
Cuenca.
Venga, excellent. So, Juan Francisco, I have a question for you. Have you ever heard about this website? Take a look at my screen.
Okay. Airbnb.
Have you heard about Airbnb?
No, teacher, I don't have the opportunity to use the Airbnb. As the last year, I go to the vacation uh with my family to Panama, and in this moment, I use Airbnb, but o sea, tuvimos y no tuvimos la oportunidad porque descargamos, pero no pudimos usarle bien, porque cuando íbamos a usar ya encontramos justo donde quedar.
Okay, so you have the idea, right? Since you tell me yes, teacher, I had and I hadn't the opportunity to use it. Let me explain you what is the use of this, okay? Airbnb.
Okay.
Airbnb is a site where you can find accommodation. Accommodation, remember, alojamiento, accommodation.
Yes, teacher.
So, what is the difference? For example, if you compare Airbnb with, for example, Trivago, for example, Kayak, in the case of Airbnb, you don't go to a hotel. You don't go to a hotel. You go to a house. You go to a house, you travel to, for example, you travel to Panama, to Costa Rica, and you don't stay in a hotel, you stay in a house. Yeah? So that is the difference. That is the difference between Airbnb and a conventional hotel. Okay,
Okay.
Juan Francisco?
Yes, teacher.
Excellent. So we are going to do a reading activity about this, about Airbnb. And Juan Francisco, pay attention because we are going to read two people talking about their experiences using Airbnb. They are Antonia and Kumi. Antonia and Kumi, Juan Francisco, we are going to read about two of them, about Antonia and Kumi, and we are going to identify how was their experience using Airbnb.
Okay.
So, please, Juan Francisco, before we start, I need you to please tell me which is the best sentence to describe Airbnb. One, two, or three?
Number two, teacher.
Excellent. Okay. Airbnb is a website for travelers and people who have rooms to rent. Amazing, super good, Juan Francisco. So let's get ready and let's go with this, okay? Remember, we are going to read the experience of Antonia and Kumi, and together we are going to choose the correct answer. Yeah? So, Juan Francisco, can you read the sentences, please, from number 1 to number 5, please?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, you can do it.
Okay. Okay, teacher, I read in this moment.
Yeah, just read the questions. You got it?
Okay. Who could swim at the place they studied? Who felt at home in the neighborhood? Who could easily get around the city? Who cook their own food? Who is going to see their host again?
Okay, so Juan Francisco, let's get ready because we are going to read now, okay? So the first one is the description of Airbnb. I am going to read the description, and then Juan Francisco, you are going to read the experience of Antonia and Kumi.
Okay.
Here we go. So, do you find hotels too cold and unfriendly? Do you want to live like a local when you go on holiday? A new generation of websites such as Airbnb can help you find privately owned rooms, apartments, and houses to rent. Okay, remember you're able to rent a room, apartment, or a house. Hosts create profiles of places to rent, and guests can browse the profiles, read reviews written by guests, and make reservations online. Prices range from about £25 to £100 per night, depending on the accommodation and the location. But what it's like to stay at a stranger's house when you are on holiday? And if you are a host, what it's like to open your home to people you don't know? We spoke to some guests and hosts to find out. So, are you ready, Juan Francisco? Let's start reading Antonia's review.
Okay. What the guest said. Antonia, my friend, and I stayed in the amazing modern beach in California for 10 days. It had 8 bedrooms, a pool, and the biggest kitchen I've ever seen, in which Jeff, our host, cooked fantastic breakfast for us. Jeff was so nice. He had us lots of information about the local area and invited us to going him for dinner. We ended up becoming good friends. He going to come and stay in my house when he comes to Italy next year.
Okay, super. That was the experience of Antonia. Okay, let's go now to the next, and here we go. Now this is Kumi. Read please the experience of Kumi.
For me, I've stayed in Berlin a few times, but I've always stayed in a hotel. This experience was completely different. I was the wall of the top floor of an old house, and the rent included a bicycle too. which has great for traveling about. The host, Carl and Alexandra were very kind, and we had good conversations every meal time. They let me use the kitchen, which was great, and the restaurants nearby are quite expensive. The shopkeepers, what is the definition, the meaning feature of the
The
shopkeepers?
shopkeepers can be known as los guardias, ¿no? Los guardias de seguridad, shopkeeper.
Ah, okay, teacher. The shopkeepers in the area knew I was staying at Carl and Alexandra's, and they were all very friendly. I felt like a local by the end of the week.
Okay, so as you can see, both of them, Antonia and Kumi, they had positive experience. Okay, so let's identify and tell me, according to what you read, if this is for Antonia or for Kumi. Number one, you tell me, who could swim at the place they stayed?
Teacher,
Mhm.
repeat the instruction, please.
Yeah, so according to what you read, according to
Okay.
the experience of Antonia and Kumi, you are going to tell me who. Who is I may tell the best match for each question. Antonia or Kumi? You need to tell me A for Antonia or K for Kumi.
Okay. Who could swim at the place the story? Antonio. Yeah. Antonio.
Antonia, excellent. Remember, in the room, in the house where she stayed, there was a big pool. Number two, continue.
Okay. Who felt at home in the neighborhood? Mm, um, Kumi teacher, but I don't remember.
She said something like that, okay? Let me zoom out. She says, I felt like local. I felt like local by the end of the week. That was Kumi. Okay? Number three, carry on.
Okay, teacher. Um, people get around the city. Mm, mm, Antonia teacher.
Antonia, what does she says about that, about going around the city?
Uh, I don't know. This is yes, teacher. Is Kumi.
Kumi, because remember the rent included a bicycle too. So
Yes,
since
teacher.
she had a bicycle, she was able to get around the city using the bicycle.
Okay.
Super. Continue number four, please.
Okay. Fruit. There are fruit. And this is Antonia.
Antonia.
Yes.
Actually, Jeff, el host, cooked fantastic breakfast. Pero Antonia cocinó, did she cook?
Mm, no, teacher.
No, right? It was Kumi. Kumi was the one that used the kitchen. Yeah, excellent, my friend. You got it. This is Kumi. And finally, yeah, who is going to see their hosts again? Who is going to see their hosts again? Antonia or Kumi?
Kumi. Or
Kumi. What does she says about the host?
mm, which Jeff? Oh no, Antonia teacher. Because in this part mention the imitate used to going here for dinner.
And take a look. What does she says? He's going to come and stay in my house when he comes to Italy. Yes, Plané and Bear said they plan to see each other next year in Italy. Yeah,
Yes, teacher.
excellent, amazing. So this is Antonia. Okay, just to finish talking about this, talking about renting, I want you to please tell me what is your experience? What is your experience whenever you travel to another country, to another city? If you stay in a hotel, how is your experience there?
In another city, Cuenca, I go to vacations. I stay in the hotel because in Ecuador, I don't know, but I don't. It it hasn't so much Airbnb persons who rent to other persons your department of other. And for this reason, I stay in the hotel. My experience, it's so very good. Um, the hotel, the most of hotels I stay in Cuenca, integrado teacher,
Uh, integrado, added, included, tal vez included, incluido, included.
teacher included the breakfast.
Ah, the breakfast. And for sure, that is something really good, right? With breakfast included.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, super. So Juan Francisco, just to finish, we're not gonna read this. We are just going to focus on the bold words. And just to finish for today, I need you to please tell me what is the meaning of each word. What is the meaning
Okay.
of accommodation?
Accommodation. No sé si será literal la traducción. Acomodación.
No,
Accommodation.
it means alojamiento. Alojamiento, okay? Accommodation. Accommodation,
Okay.
okay? Don't you forget. Pleasure. What is pleasure?
Pleasure. Mm, mm, Me suena como que, ¿cómo es esta palabra? Se me fue. Un placer o alguna
Excellent. A
cosa así.
pleasure is like a positive experience, right? Un placer, a pleasure. Yep.
Okay.
Excellent, amazing. The next one we have theft. What is theft?
Theft o, uy, ah, mm, no, teacher, this, I don't know.
A new word? Okay.
Yes.
Theft, the translation means robo. Robo o hurto, no? Theft.
Okay, teacher.
Super theft. It's actually something very common. For example, many people, when they stay in hotels, they usually steal the towels, they usually steal the TV control. Yes, this is theft. Robo
Okay.
or theft. Finished. What is reservation?
Reservación.
Excellent. What is codage?
Yes, teacher. This word, I hear actually in this week is cabaña.
Excellent. Like this, for example, a codage.
Yes, teacher.
And finally, property. What is it?
Propiedad.
Exactly. Okay. This is all related to houses around the world. Okay. Thank you. Listo, Juan Francisco. Let me start recording.